MDH.
Good evening and welcome into this Class 1A Regional Championship match between the 22-14 United Red Storm and the 30-5 Hartsburg-Emden Stags here tonight. I'm Greg Phelps. Alongside me is John Burton here tonight. And John, we've got a good one in store as both of these teams, Hartsburg, kind of breezed their way in with the win over North Fulton, and the United Red Storm, a little bit of a struggle with West Prairie, but got it done when they needed to.
Yeah, and that win last night from the United Red Storm just shows the grit and determination that this United team has, going down big in the first set, ended up losing that one, but stormed right back to win 2 in a row. And if I think there's a team that's going to be able to knock off the number 1 seed in this regional, it's going to be this United Storm team.
And they played great defense last night, got down early, and lost that first game versus West Prairie, rallied in the next two, and just really eliminated the errors in those second 2 games.
Yeah, most certainly. The Red Storm team is a very well-rounded team, good hitters up front, played good defense all night, and they were able to come away with 2 sets in a row, take it away, and punch their ticket right into this finals game.
And we do need to thank our very fine sponsors of TSSR Game Time Live. It is JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
No. And we are back here as let's take a look at what is going on with the other IHSA regionals across the area, as taking a look at some of those that are fairly close and some of those that feed in. It is Southeastern and Lewiston over at Havana tonight. Also, it is Unity and Brussels down at Payson. Of course, here, Hartsburg and United. Let's jump on up into Class 2A. It is Quincy Notre Dame and Illini West facing off over at Illini West. Just some of the others, Princeton and Knoxville are towing up against each other at Bureau Valley tonight, and Macomb and Sherrard at Sherrard this evening. So just some of the teams around the area involved in IHSA play here this evening, and just been a long, the good season. And for the Stags, continued excellence that we've seen from them way back into the junior high program, all the way into the high school program. Jennifer Hayes has been the one that's been in charge of that. And we've seen United all the way back from Don Damos now to Carrie Clayton, kind of carrying the banner. They've always 2 very tough programs here tonight.
Yeah, and to your point, this Hartsburg-Emden team didn't face no slouch in the North Fulton Wildcats and the other night to get to this game. That team, the North Fulton team, played some amazing defense against this Hartsburg team that has a lot of good hitters. So definitely did not lay down for them, and they had to earn their win in that one. And I got to say, they did it in quite impressive fashion.
All right, well, folks at home, I'll tell you, the folks that listen to us on a regular basis are used to this. I'm going to have to kind of step aside and do the PA stuff, and I'll be back in just a moment. So kind of indulge us while we go along here. Good evening and welcome to the West Prairie Class 1A Regional. And this is tonight's matchup between the Red Storm of United High School and the Stags from Hartsburg-Emden. this time, gentlemen and ladies, please rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, and now the starting lineups for the two teams this evening. The visiting team on the scoreboard with a record of 22-14, the United Red Storm. Starting lineup tonight, number 9, Kerrigan Sperry. Number 1, Maddie Diaz. Number 17, Kelly Mason. Number 4, Veronica Miller. Number 3, Madison Penn. Number 6, Reese Burleson. And the libero tonight, number 2, Lucy Kane. The Red Storm are coached by Carrie Clayton, assisted by Courtney Young, Bree Simpkins, and Christy Murdoch. Home team on the scoreboard tonight, the 30-5 Hartsburg-Emden Stags. Starting lineup tonight, number 1, Eddie Beekman. Number 4, Chloe O'Donoghue. Number 7, Ava Lawson. Number 11, Gentry Feinmeyer. Number 12, Cassie Crabtree. Number 15, Lexi Becker. And the libero tonight, number 5, Violet Hurds. The Stags are coached by Jennifer Hayes, assisted by Jordan Detmers. Your officials for tonight's game are Lana Porter, Diana Welch, and the line judges Rachel Kearns and Dwayne Buick. Good luck to both teams tonight in this contest. And welcome back here on what is the championship night for these two teams. Squaring off here, winner would head over, and I would have to check that again. It's the Abingdon-Avon sectional, I believe, which seems kind of funny with where Hartsburg-Emden is, but that is kind of how the state is divided up with Class 1A and all those others. As we get ready here tonight, the Hartsburg-Emden Stags in the black uniforms, and the orange with white, the United Red Storm in the gray tops tonight with the white numerals trimmed in red. And folks, we would love for you to let us know where you are listening to, or actually watching, I should say, TSSR Game Time Live. We would be very happy if you would do so. Hartsburg-Emden will start with the serve first. Serving on the way is number 1, Addie Beekman. Beekman lets it go on the way and is popped up front. Diaz going to set up for Mason. That one popped up high by Clausen, and they'll set for the outside attack. Crabtree saved. And then popped up again. It'll be Fangmeyer. Saved by Miller at the floor. They've go to Mason. Miller cannot get it across. And the Stags take a 1-0 lead. Stags take a 1-0 lead here. As back again will go Eddie Beekman. Beekman serves it into the back row off pin. They're going to set it to the outside. It is Miller stuffed, recovered, and now brought up front again. And we've got an illegal hit. Double hit called on United. It is 2-0 Hartsburg-Emden. Serve through, picked up by Kane. Going to be set up to the outside by Diaz to Miller. Lobs it over the blocks, taken in the back row by Beekman. Going to be set to Fangmeyer on the outside, down the block, kept alive. Miller sends it across, so Donahue is there. Up for Becker, tipped, and now kept alive again. It is Fangmeyer loading on the outside, dug up back row by Sperry, and Kane will just tip it across. So Donahue's under it for the Stags, set to the outside. It is Crabtree, back to the net, and Becker just puts it down and good.
And you absolutely cannot go down early to a team that is as good as Hartsburg-Emden. They are just going to keep piling it on if United does not do something about this run.
Beekman, low serve off of Kane. Nice save by Diaz, back to Mason. She'll tip it, and Clausen's got it. Beekman going to bump it up. It is Fangmeyer sending it across, and that is long and out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped. It was tipped at the net. And so it will be 4-0 Hartsburg-Emden. Beekman serves, picked up there by Kane. Going to be set to the outside. It is Miller, and we've got a net violation on Becker. She got her hand on the net, so a side out and the serve for United. Coming on for the United Red Storm, number 18. That is Hinton coming into the ball game. And now serve on the way by Diaz. Clausen will set it to the outside. Is Fangmeyer tipping down. Diaz up with it. Miller sends it back. O'Donohue at the back line. Set for Becker. Down and good and quickly. The Stags get it back on a 5-1 advantage now. And John, like you said, United going to have to really dig in and play defense. Serve coming through by Mers. Diaz going to back set it. Is Mason there the block. Picked up there. Clausen outside. Crabtree dug. That one going to go into the net and down, and it makes it 6-1.
And the momentum of this game now fully on the side of Hartsburg-Emden. Again, United has got to come up with some way to slow them down.
Mers across with it off of Sperry. And Miller tried the save, could not get it up. It is 7-1. Timeout called by United. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
And we are back here, 7-1 lead for the Stags in game number 1. And United going to have to really dig in on defense here because, John, as you mentioned it, you don't want to get down to a team like Hartsburg-Emden.
No, but as we saw last night, this United team can come back, as we saw them do last night against West Prairie. Went down big in the first set, but came right back in the next two. So I expect us to still be keeping competitive, even though they have a large lead right now.
Clausen up with it to the outside. Fangmeyer sends it through. Popped up by Kane. Diaz helps it out. Miller across, and it's dug back row by Beekman. Clausen outside for Fangmeyer. Off the blocks, popped up. Perry helps it up, and then a Mason and Miller, and that one did not get across in the recommended daily allowance of 3 hits. $8-1 lead. Served by Mers, off of Miller and down to the ground. 9-1. And Mers, serve off of Miller to Diaz. Going to set it to the outside of Miller. Rolls it off. Then O'Donohue at the floor. And the Stags set it up. It is Crabtree. Stuck by Miller, who says, stay on your own side. Big side out there for the Red Storm. Bertelson in. Mason out. Kane in the back, ready to serve. And they've got to have a run coming up here. Down 9-2. Serve up to Clausen. It is Fangmeyer, and they're going to say hits it across. Up it comes for Miller, partially touched. O'Donohue gets it. Hartsburg-Emden plays. Loaded for Fangmeyer. That one not touched. And it'll be Red Storm point. First time they have scored 2 in a row here in this game. Serve coming on the way, sent across, and be popped up high. It is Clausen to the outside to Fangmeyer, in the corner and good.
Fangmeyer finding a perfect home for that hit there, right in the back corner, right in front of the line judge, and there's just not a whole lot you can do about that one.
No, there isn't much you can do about that at all. Makes it a 10-3. Serve across, going to be popped up by Miller to Diaz. Going to load it to the outside is Bertelson, and that one just did not come off her hand right. It is 11-3. Crabtree brings it again. Kane up to the middle. Diaz going to back set. Miller stuffed at the net, rolls back over, kept alive, and put down and in. But they're going to say put down and in. It is 12-3, Hartsburg-Emden. Sent again by Crabtree. High in the air. It is back set for Miller. And that one did not get across. It is 13-3. Serve again. Crabtree off of Kane. Out to Bertelson. She'll tip it over, and Clausen brings it up. Out for Fangmeyer. Off the blocks. Clausen back sets it. It is Benner. Kane there to dig it up for the Red Storm. Sent back across. Here comes Mers. And now loaded up is Fangmeyer again. Dug at the net. And they were not able to get it as it was Jenna Benner watching it go down. And it is 14-3. Hartsburg-Emden here. We need to thank more of our sponsors as well. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition and mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can have that sent to you by email. And it's all this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 and older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems in the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. And John again, it's kind of one of those, you hate to say it already, but it's gut check time for this United Red Storm team, down 14-3 in game one. Crabtree, that one going to hit the top of the net. Broadcaster's curse, John.
Absolutely, but that is just what the United Red Storm team is looking for, just a way to get the service back. Doesn't matter how it comes, and we'll see if they can do something with the ball now.
Serve to Crabtree. Hartsburg-Emden sets it up. Fangmeyer off the blocks. Nice save by Kane. Hit back across by Diaz. And the Stags play it, and Clausen trying to, well, if it was basketball, I'd said she was going to throw the two-hand jam down, but she threw that right into the net. And it is 14-5. Miller serves it off of Beekman. Clausen up with it to Benner, and down again. Hinton and Bertelson with a block. And now that Red Storm team's starting to get things underway. Miller serves it off a Crabtree. Up it comes for Fangmeyer. She'll put it down the line and good for a 15-6 advantage.
Just when it looked like things were starting to swing in the favor of the United Red Storms, Fangmeyer there with a big hit to get things back on track for Hartsburg.
Served by Fangmeyer. Bertelson's right under it. Diaz going to set her back up, partially blocked. And they'll load it again. The Red Storms' Miller brings it across. Off of Beekman. They load her up. She'll hit it off the blocks, and out of bounds it goes. It is 16-6. And the biggest thing here, you just got to take it point by point by point and try to dig your way back in. Miller up to Diaz. For Bertelson, she'll tip it through, and it's taken back row by Crabtree. They load it up for Beekman again. She'll go out of bounds on the Red Storm crowd side, and they do return the volleyball. Hinton is out. Coming in is Penn to serve. Penn, deep back row. It comes off of Fangmeyer. On the outside, Beekman running to it, puts it into the hands of Diaz. I don't know that she was ready for that. I think she was expecting John to see her swing away.
Yeah, but she caught her off guard there, which is a little tip play, put her right in front of the block, and it just dropped down and in for her.
Coming to it once again, it is Clausen over the head of Miller and out of bounds, 17-8. Bertelson dribbles with it, sends the serve over, pops it up in the air, fake to Becker. It is a hit back row, and it was Aguirre that couldn't handle it. 18-8. Benner out, O'Donohue in for the Stags of Hartsburg-Emden. The United Red Storm trying to battle back a little bit. Serve is through off of Kane, and Diaz not able to save it inbounds. It is 19-8. Coach Clayton trying to do anything, break up a little momentum. Is going to replace the libero Kane with Bertelson. Serve by O'Donohue. Bertelson going to pop it up. And confusion, Miller and Mason couldn't decide who was going to get it. Drops down, it is 20-8. Now, don't forget, Carrie Clayton has used both of her timeouts, John. So, this one's kind of on the girls. They're going to have to get a stop.
Yeah, absolutely. And those types of mistakes there, the miscommunications, are just something you absolutely cannot have in a championship game like this.
And that one hit the out stick, so it makes it 21-8. Serve by O'Donohue is popped up to the net to Diaz. Mason going to bring it over and slice it through. Huge. Side out. And that brings back to serve Kerrigan Sperry. Sperry unloads one off of O'Donohue. Needs help from Fangmeyer. And Benner sends it across, down and good. The Stags have just not let up on the pedal all match long. Beekman brings it through. Sperry is there. They load up for Mason. She'll hit it across. Beekman brings it up. Back. Set for Crabtree off of the hands of Diaz. Saved by Penn. Diaz through with it. To Clausen to Becker. Blocked and good. Mason getting the hand up there and getting a big side out again. Penn out. Hinton in for the Red Storm. As Diaz loads. Sends it through and out of bounds it goes. 23-10. Becker out and Violet Mers will come in for the Red Stag, or for the Stags. I combined the two. Now they're the Red Stags. No, it is the Stags of Hartsburg-Emden. Serve off of Kane. Nice job getting it off the floor. Up to Mason. She'll send that one out of bounds. And they're going to say it was tipped. So another big stop there. Lucy Kane back deep to serve. Brings it for the Red Storm. High floater up to the net. Clausen able to pop it high, and Beekman able to send it through. Got at the back row, Sperry to Diaz. Up to Miller. She'll lob it across, and right back across by Mers. Red Storm loaded up again. Bertelson drops it down in good. 23-12. They've got a long way, but each point chips a little more off that deficit. Kane, short shot off Beekman. Fangmeyer loads, hits it off of Kane, sent back, and it is game point, Stags. Benner checks in, O'Donohue goes out for the Hartsburg-Emden Stags as they try to finish off game number 1 in the hands of Cassie Crabtree. Serve, screaming line drive to Kane, flipped over by Diaz. And they're going to whistle a front row attack on the setter Diaz. And game 1 is in the books as the Hartsburg-Emden Stags defeat the United Red Storm 25-12. That'll usher us into game 2. We need to thank more of our very, very fine sponsors here. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center is best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experience and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and again in 20. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Want to thank you all for a great season. Check their Facebook page for updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And we're glad all of you are watching. Please do get on our chat function and let us know where you are listening or watching us at. Sorry, I'm an old radio guy and I do that a lot. Let us know where you are in or on the World Wide Web. We'd love to have you tell us where you're from and who you're rooting for tonight. Good crowd on hand here tonight, John. And for game number 2, again, I mentioned it about halfway through game 1. It's gut check time for the Red Storm.
Yeah, and it can never be understated how important it is to win the first set of these games, get the momentum going. Knowing that you can beat the other team plays a huge role in how your performance in the second set. I don't know if the United team just had some nerves in that set there as they went down big early. Obviously, this is the biggest game of their season to this point. Nerves could be flowing. So we'll see how they bounce back here. As we saw last night, it wouldn't be a shocker if they won 2 in a row, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, Red Storm came flying back in that game number 2 versus West Prairie after really kind of struggling that game 1. The biggest thing is here, you're going to have to limit the mistakes because a team like Hartsburg-Emden will really, really make you pay for any mistakes you make.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Is Hartsburg-Emden team does not make a lot of mistakes. So if you're the United team, you have to try and capitalize on the very, very few mistakes that they do make and try to take some advantage off of that.
And we'll see on the floor for Hartsburg-Emden, it is Addie Beekman, Ava Clausen, Cassie Crabtree, Claire O'Donohue, Gentry Fangmeyer, and Lexi Becker. On the floor for the Red Storm, Kane will come on in a moment. It is Madison Penn, joined out there by Reese Bertelson, Veronica Miller, Maddie Diaz, also Callie Mason. And at the serve now, Kerrigan Sperry. Here comes Sperry to open game number 2. As O'Donohue gets it, they set it. And they're going to whistle a double hit on Hartsburg-Emden, so that makes it 1-0 United. Never had a lead in game number 1. Serve off O'Donohue. Beekman up with it for Fangmeyer. She'll hit it back row. Kane pops it up. Penn up front with it to Miller off the blocks. And helped up now. Clausen's got it. She'll load for Fangmeyer. Blocked. And up with it is Penn. Diaz for Mason. That one out of bounds. Nearly took out Coach Jennifer Hayes. I will have to compliment her. She pretty good moves to get out of the way of that one. 1-1 tie. Here comes Violet Mers to serve. Becker goes out, serve off Kane. Popped high for Miller, partially blocked. And Beekman takes it. Clausen now going to back set it. Is Crabtree loading. And net violation on the Red Storm. So the Stags take a 2-1 lead. Mers serves it through. Popped sideways by Sperry. Diaz going to bring it for Kane, the back row attack. Eaten up by Clausen, but they do recover. And Kane bumps it over. Mers takes it at the back line. Clausen back set. It is through. Dug again. Diaz outside for Miller. Punches it across and out of bounds. She was flying to get it. And really made a fantastic play, John, to get that one over.
Yeah, great effort on that one, and that's what you like to see if you're this United team. You need as much energy and effort as you can get, because this could possibly be the final set of the season if you're the United fans.
Clausen up with it. She'll kind of knock it over. Mason up with it. Diaz tried to get to Mason. Kane right there for the save, though. Clausen loads. It is Fangmeyer down the blocks, and good. So 4-1 now. And you and I have talked about it all season long. Man, you cannot dig holes in rally scoring. Violet Mers serves, brings it up for Diaz, for Miller. And that one out. No, they're going to say it is point for Hartsburg-Emden. And actually they're going to call a conference. I'm not sure. I think they're trying to decide. It looked like to me that Hartsburg-Emden touched it and then it went out of bounds. But they're trying to have an officials conference. I wish I had the Jeopardy theme queued up, John.
Yeah, I believe the line judge called that one out, while the down judge here closest to us said it was in. So they're over there talking about what they're going to decide to go with here.
And taking a long time here. As the group trying to put their heads together, trying to decide what to do, I would suppose. I mean, a replay would seem to me to be in order if you really don't have anything set.
Absolutely.
Can't find it there. And they're still discussing how to divide this up here. And again, thank you for tuning in to us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And we'll get the official ruling here. And it is point Red Storm. That makes it 4-2. Hinton will come in, and out will go Penn. Could be a momentum shifter there, John.
Yeah, definitely after the big pause as the referee's talking that one over. Could break up that momentum of this Hartsburg-Emden team.
Clausen will bring it up to Fangmeyer. She'll unload it, and Sperry can't get it, so goes right back to the Stags. They lead 5-2 here. Benner will come in, O'Donohue out. Cassie Crabtree lets it go, or will let it go here in just a moment. And that one off Kane, high in there to Diaz. Back set, it is Mason on the way, and that one going out of bounds. 6-2 the lead. 6-2 advantage now. Serve by Crabtree, low line drive by Miller, comes back over. And Fangmeyer takes it. Clausen puts it down, and nobody home in the back row for the Red Storm. It is 7-2. As the Stags starting to make a little run here. Serve by Crabtree. Tips the net and drops in front of Kane and good. It is now 8-2. Still no timeout from Carrie Clayton. Largest lead has been 10 for Hartsburg-Emden. Serve up to the front, to tipped over by Diaz. One-hand save by Beekman. Fangmeyer helps it, and Benner bumps it over. United plays it now. Here comes to Diaz in the middle, up for Mason. Down and good off of Crabtree, and an 8-3 side out. Mason out as Bertelson in, and Lucy Kane will serve it now for the Red Storm. Her serve brought up to Clausen. Now for Benner. Benner on the outside. Dug, back row by Sperry. Diaz out for Miller. Blocked and out of bounds. So the Red Storm closed within 8-4. Kane coming to it again. Her serve, back row. Taken off of Fangmeyer. Clausen going to set her up. Fangmeyer taken by Diaz, and now Kane will pop it up. Miller will send it across, and Fangmeyer's got it the other way. Clausen sets her up off the blocks, and down again, side out. Back over to Hartsburg-Emden. As they lead at 9-4 in this game number 2, we've got a substitution for the Red Storm. Addison Gillen will check in, replacing Sperry. Fangmeyer brings it off of Kane. Set to the outside to Bertelson. That one goes out of bounds and makes it 10-4, valued companion. Montgomery checks in for Crabtree. And now, John, for the Red Storm, they have got to lock in and play defense.
Yeah, you have to figure out a way to go on a rally here, get some momentum going, or else they are threatening to run away with this game.
Miller comes to it, and that one, Montgomery touched it at the back line. Not sure that wouldn't have been out. And just like you said, John, here they get a side out. Aguirre will come in. Back to serve is Miller now, needing to go on a run. Miller, low line drive, and a little bit of an error. Mers and Fangmeyer couldn't decide who was going to get it. Montgomery out as Crabtree will come back in. And loading it up, it is Miller. Off of Crabtree, and once again, like they did to West Prairie last night, United is on a run here.
Yeah, and there's no one you'd rather see back there right now than Miller. She has served 2 nice balls in a row.
That one going to take Fangmeyer to the back line. Clausen going to bump an eye. And that one dropped right over and good by Beekman. Nobody home in the back row. Now Becker will step onto the court. Young lady, I'd guess her at about 6'2" or 3. Be a good match for Amanda Stevens from Southeastern. Serve off Clausen to Miller. Diaz setting it up for Bertelson over the blocks and into the net. Becker kind of got in Clausen's way. And the lead down to 3, 11-8. Penn in, hitting out for United. Penn, line drive, brought up by Fangmeyer, fake to Becker. It is Beekman, and that one hit over into the bleachers and out. The lead back up to 4. Man, they just have so many weapons they can throw at you because really in this regional, John, Becker's been more of a decoy.
Yeah, absolutely. She didn't see a lot of her out of the first game. Seen a bit more here tonight, but she doesn't really need to do a lot with all the hitters that this Hartsburg-Emden team has.
And Aguirre going to send that one long and out of bounds. So the lead up to 5 at 13-8. Again, 10 has been the largest Hartsburg-Emden has had. Serve by Penn up to Dia to Bertelson. O'Donoghue's there for the dig. Clausen loaded up and back row. Miller can't take it. It is 14-8. Timeout called by Coach Clayton. United will talk it over, so will we. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And back here, 14-8 lead now for the Hartsburg-Emden Stags. A 6-point advantage, and we'll see if that is too much to overcome. As Coach Clayton, she did that a lot last night too, really held her team in until the very last moment on this.
It's just what great coaches do, Greg.
That they do. Both of these have built phenomenal programs. Got to take your hat off to what they've done. Serve by O'Donohue. Off a pin. That one going to go into the bleachers. It is 15-8. And the lead growing out to 7 as Hartsburg-Emden's starting to get a little momentum here. Wind up and a send by O'Donohue. That one popped up. It is set for Bertelson at the net. Tipped. And now Clausen pops it high. Crabtree comes to the attack. Hits that out of bounds. And the Red Storm will get a side out back. Mason in. Kane out. And that brings back Reese Bertelson to serve. 15-9 lead for Hartsburg-Emden. Bertelson. Oh, and O'Donohue just couldn't get to it in time. She kind of stood there, didn't move her feet up, and missed that one. So Bertelson brings it again. And this time it is Beekman bringing it up. Call it for Becker. Pounds it in and good on the back line. 16-10. And a wise man once said, you can't teach tall. 16-10. Beekman now to serve. That's Addie Beekman back there to let it fly. Low line drive. Kane pops it high. Needs help. Diaz. Now Miller the back row attack. And Becker says thanks for the gumball, Mickey.
Gets the big kill in the point before and a huge block there to really start building this momentum back up for this Hartsburg team, and they are threatening to run away with this one.
Beekman, that one into the net. Diaz pops it out. Kane going to bring it through. One-hand save by O'Donohue. Clausen to the outside. It is Fangmeyer off the net. Sade Becker says once again, thanks for the gumball, Mickey. 18-10 lead for the Hartsburg-Emden Stags. Timeout United. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Yetter Farm Equipment, with facilities in Colchester and Macomb, Illinois, is an agriculture equipment manufacturer that has been in business since 1930 and is currently hiring. Start a new career with excellent benefits and starting hourly wages of $18 to $24 per hour. For more information, call 309-776-4111 or visit them online at www.yetterco.com/careers. And so as we look to close out the at least our 2021 season here at West Prairie, as of course one of these two teams will move on and will play the Abingdon-Avon sectional. 18-10. If there is any kind of a run in this United Red Storm team, it's got to be now. And for the Stags, they want to put pedal to the metal. Beekman brings it. Kane bringing it up. Diaz. Outside it is Mason. That one partially blocked. Fangmeyer takes it. Clausen back set. Here comes Crabtree. Off of Miller, saved by Diaz one-handed, and they had to take it. It's a good job taking it there. Crabtree hits it into the net. And a big save there. As now Sperry will come in. Aguirre will go out. Kerrigan Sperry looks to let it go. 18-11. Serve, low line drive. Beekman bringing it right back over. And a little confusion with it. Diaz popping it up. Penn brings it over. Fangmeyer's got it for, and that one brought back by Clausen, who puts it down. Great play. She knew she couldn't attack, John, because she'd get the illegal attack, and brought it back for Becker to clean up.
Yeah, just pulled that one right off the net, put it right into Becker's hand, and she was able to put it down.
Mers off of Kane, and they'll set up for Mason, partially blocked. Mers brings it up back to the net. Mason trying to grab it, just mistimed her jump. And a 9-point lead now for the Stags. Mers walks forward to it, screams it in off Kane. Set to the outside, it is Miller, dug up by Beekman, back across the net and tipped the top of the net. Changed the trajectory, Mason couldn't get it, 21-11, count down to 4. Mers, line drive off Kane. Miller sets it high, Diaz tips it. O'Donoghue's there for Hartsburg, tipped across by Clausen, Sperry's got you. Up to United to Miller, and there comes Beekman. Clausen loading up, it is Crabtree, boom! And as we mentioned, John, you know, defensively, they've got to dig something, find something deep down that you didn't know you had to slow this Stags team down.
Yeah, and you're playing for your season now. You got to come up with something to get back into this game. It's a nice save there to get it over the net.
Blocked, and Hartsburg-Emden loads it up. His Crabtree flipping it over. Diaz to Kane, tips it, and O'Donoghue, and they're gonna, it's a little late, but called the double hit, and it makes it 23-11. Mers powers it through again off Penn. Up for Mason. She had to chase it a little bit. Brought up by Beekman. They'll back set it. Here comes the Crabtree. She launches it long and out of bounds and makes it a 23-12. As I said, Hinton in and Penn out.
And it's time to put everything you have, leave it on the court, as this one is 2 points away from being the final set of the season. You have to come up with something here to stay in this game.
Slap dribbles by Maddie Diaz. Her serve on the way, and then Beekman coming high with it. Set to the outside. It is taken. Fangmeyer brought it across. Miller going to set it across for United. And now back set. Here comes Crabtree. She hit it into the net, so they'll stay alive again, doing that Bee Gees thing of staying alive. Diaz ready to load. Off of Mers. Clausen. Here comes Fangmeyer, the load up. And that one, Diaz blocks it up, but out of bounds. Game and match point. O'Donoghue out, Benner in. And Crabtree looks for the closeout. Here comes the serve by Crabtree. Up to Diaz. She'll pop it high. It is Miller. And it's dug up by Beekman. Fangmeyer, actually, nope, they go to Benner, and Benner hits it into the net. 24-14, so here you go. United Red Storm fans, you have got to run off 10 straight, or the season is over. A side out means it's done. Kane runs herself to it. Serve is deep back row, out of bounds, and that is a game winner. The Hartsburg-Emden Stags win the West Prairie Regional by a score of 25-12, 25-14 to move to 31-5 on the season. They will head to the Abingdon-Avon sectional. And I'll pause for just a second, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, now to present the regional champ. Well, first of all, we want to congratulate the United Red Storm on a wonderful season. Please give them a hand, folks. And a well-played championship game tonight. And now we will have the regional championship plaque presentation by West Prairie Athletic Director Jason Finch with the captains and coaches for the Hartsburg-Emden Stags. Come to the storage table, please. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 West Prairie Regional Champions, the 31-5 Hartsburg-Emden Stags. And the Stags take it home here in 2. We're going to hope to get a couple of words with Coach Jennifer Hayes, also with Coach Carrie Clayton of United, and thank you to all the people that have tuned in today. It has been fun bringing you this regional championship match and this whole regional here on TSSR Game Time Live. We're going to step aside for a moment. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
And we are back here, and we see everybody all smiles. A record of 22-15 finishes the United Red Storms season. Again, we'll try to get Coach Carrie Clayton up here, as well as Coach Jennifer Hayes here tonight. And a strong strong tradition of excellence for the Hartsburg-Emden Stags. And they continue that here. I know Coach Jennifer Hayes, I promised I wouldn't embarrass her, but I was going to tell her that she's like Terry Paul here at West Prairie, up probably in the top 20 in wins all time in the IHSA career coaching wins. I know she said somewhere around 700. And John, you mentioned it, kind of this beltway, the mid-beltway of the state of Illinois. Some great coaches. You know, you have Tim Kerr at Southeastern, Jennifer Hayes, Donna Dooley, Terry Paul. You've had some really great coaches around here, and we'll see if we can get Coach Hayes. I thought maybe she might have forgotten.
Oh, sorry.
And here she comes. Whoop, wrong one. We'll give you this one.
Want me to have this one?
Yep. And we're joined by Hartsburg-Emden head coach Jennifer Hayes. Jennifer, really, you did something tonight. You jumped on them, and you just wouldn't let up all match long.
They played a really great match tonight. We've had a couple injuries late in the season. We haven't really flowed for a couple weeks. Came in last night hoping for better than what it was, even though we won. I thought we had some glitches. As a team, we decided we were going to drive 2 hours back home and practice. They did. That's just the dedication that these girls have. They want it. They go in and do whatever it takes. We stayed to about 10:15, just going over things, and you can see what it brought us tonight.
And I thought tonight, two really key plays that I thought game two was kind of wavering there, and I thought Becker with that off a hot smash, knocking one down, and then Clausen to flip it, to have the presence of mind to flip it back so Becker could hit it was one of the plays of that game.
And Lexi Becker has really come a long way. She had a knee injury last year, so I didn't have her for the whole season. So just coming in and seeing the confidence that she has, I've told her since day one she's going to be the difference maker in postseason. Just stay with me, keep doing the reps, keep doing the time, and tonight has just really shined for her. And to have your leader setter, I mean, you can't beat that. She touches the ball, everything. There's nothing that's down that she won't go after. Just her knowledge of the game as well as her talent is just unbelievable.
And I thought tonight one thing really key, I know here at West Prairie, Terry talks about all the time, you got to have those serves in every time. I don't know, in the two games John and I have watched you, I've seen you hit one out of bounds at this.
Well, we have 4 rules, and they go in order. Number 1 is serve in, 2 is call the ball, 3 stay out of the net, and 4 no aces. And I did that a long time ago in junior high because the girls were pushing too hard, and it's like those 4 rules are going to win you a state championship, and it goes all the way through.
And that's one of the things I know we talk about building a programs, and both schools, United, also Hartsburg-Emden, you've built such a program here, and you can see it in your girls, you know, girls first, second, third grade. they want to be Stags. They want to be volleyball players.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm the lead teacher at the elementary, and so I start off by having a little clinic with my kindergartners, and I get them little Future Stag shirts, and then they wear it to school, and like, Miss Hayes, I can't wait to play volleyball. And then we do it at recess, and I just have them in their hands all the time and make it fun at an early age. And it's just something that they come to the games. I let them in free so they can see it, and just to be a part of it. It just becomes part of who they are.
And it just becomes a fabric of the community. I know, just like we are here at West Prairie,
right.
A very small community. I've been over to that school a few times.
Yeah.
And a small community really embracing your team, a great crowd, even though they had to draw 2 out. And I've got to tell you, one of our higher viewerships tonight for the regional championship, all these people tuning in.
Well, first of all, it was a great broadcast, and I had a lot of people very excited. So if you just want to come with me for the rest of the way, I'd love to have you.
Well, we can see about that. I know you'll have some others along the way there. And Jennifer, I know it's always good to see you, good to talk to you. You have a phenomenal team, and I'm telling you, it's going to take a good team to beat you.
Thanks. I don't plan on anybody beating me, so I guess we'll see where we go.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Go celebrate.
Appreciate
Congratulations,
Thank you very
Coach.
Much.
We're going to take this commercial timeout. And before we get there, I do want to thank you, folks. I do want to thank all of you that have tuned in, turned us on here this evening. It has been probably our high water mark for viewership this year, John. Always fun. I love volleyball. I think 24th or 5th year I've done broadcast some volleyball after a short retirement. And, it's a lot of fun. And we watched a great volleyball match.
Yeah, and we've been watching great volleyball matches, all you and I. And unfortunately, I believe our season is over doing this, but we'll pick up right back with girls basketball coming to you on the same Hewlett Public Pro LOC TSSR Game Time Line presented by MGH. Greg and I will be here doing girls basketball games. And as you said, we've seen a lot of good volleyball this season, and I fully expect to see the same thing next year.
All right, we're going to take this commercial timeout. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Folks, that is going to wrap it up for our broadcast here. Again, congratulations to both teams on a great season. And I wish good luck to Jennifer Hayes and the Hartsburg-Emden Stags as they will head on into the postseason, the Abingdon-Avon sectional. It has been a treat bringing you volleyball here. And folks, this is going to wrap up our broadcast season. As I say a lot of times, thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on.